Hi everyone, Orchid Dave here again, and today I'm going to show you how to um, grow an orchid hydroponically. So what I've got is I've got a couple of Phalaenopsis here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two, and they're both in moss right now, and I'm going to convert them to grow hydroponically. So what I'm going to do to start with, so I've got just this kind of a 1 liter bottle here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this bottle down. And then, so I'll show you that real quick. So I've got my knife here, and so straighten the camera here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this bottle. Just cut them right about here. And you can use just about anything for this, you know, as long as it's plastic. And so there we go. So I've taken, cut my bottle, cut off that little piece there. There we go. And now I've got a thing that I can actually go ahead and put an orchid in. And I'm also going to use this cup. It's just a regular cup, reasonably sturdy plastic. And so what I'm going to do next is I want to be able to have water flow out of this. And so I'm going to put a couple holes on each side so the water can come out. And I'll probably make it about 1 inch or so deep. And that way it'll have just a little reservoir in there. And we'll learn about that a little bit later here. So I've got just a soldering iron. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 1 hole, create a second hole. Then on the opposite side,
like I said, if it's something
1, 2. So you can see now I have just a couple of holes there. I'm going to do the same thing in here because I happen to have 2 orchids today. So there's 1, there's 2. And somewhere about the opposite here. 1, 2. Okay. So now I've prepared those. Turn off the soldering iron so I don't burn myself. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my orchids and I'm going to unpot them. So get her down here so you can see it a little better. Get that out of the way. So this one happens to be a fuller sunset. So I'm going to take out that guy, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull him on out of here because I don't think his roots are all that great anyway. And so we'll take off the moss. Yeah, you can see he has like 2 reasonably healthy roots here. So just not much, but hopefully it'll be enough. It looks like there might be, it's just moss. So what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and set him aside now. And we'll take out the other one here. Again, set my fertilizer basket away. This one happens to be an Ox Happy Girl. And so I think this one's in a little bit better shape. So let's set that over there. Take the moss off of here. But it's not in too much better shape. You can see there's a good root there. Those roots are no good. These 2 are not too good. This one's not too good. And then I'll probably just break off this little piece at the bottom here. There we go. So get a razor blade. We always know we use a fresh razor blade each time we're going to work on the plant. So we're going to take off this dead root here. And put that there. I'm going to take off this dead one right here. And we'll take off this dead one over here. And there we go. So it too only has a couple of decent roots, but you can see it's got a new root here and there. Oops, see if you can see them. A new root here. So hopefully these guys should do okay. Take off the bottom piece of that root there. All right, so these two are now ready to go into hydroponic setup.
Are you posting that directly to YouTube?
I'm gonna set that down. What I have is I have these expanded clay pellets, and so what I'll do is I'm just going to take my Phalaenopsis here. I'm going to kind of put them in the glass, and I'm just going to pour it on in there. Most of the way full. And now you can see it's nice and full of pellets. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and take that out of here. And I'm going to turn on the water here. Again, so you can see it. And what I'm doing is just going to fill it up here. Make sure you can put it on spray. And any excess water that goes in there, I'm just kind of wetting the pellets. And you can see the water, extra water is running out. And it'll eventually just get down to that level of where the two holes are. And then this, so this will stay that full of water. And then when I put these back in the greenhouse, when I water them, they'll fill up, but the water will just run out and go into the ground on the greenhouse there and so forth. So this one's ready. Dump out a little bit more. And if I was going to grow these in the house, I'd put them in a pot or a pan, and then just let them go ahead and put some gravel in there, and then when I watered it, I just let it run in there and it would create a humidity tray for it, essentially. And so we'll do that later with a different orchid. Okay, so here's my other little guy. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put him in this one. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to fill it up. Move my box back over here. Just don't want pellets going down into the sink here, down into the disposal. It may have a strong disposal, but I don't think it can chew up a clay pellet. Okay, so I've got him like that. You can see, again, you can simply take it, and I will go ahead and water it again. This is kind of a tepid water. Inside a little bit here. And you can see, water just runs out. It doesn't need to be very much. What happens is, so this little reservoir that we have in here, these clay pellets are designed to soak up water, so the water from down here gets sucked up in, providing a constant source of moisture for the orchid. And so that allows it then to go ahead and grow using just the moisture in the pellets. And each time you water, it just flushes it out, and and the pellets continue to stay moist, and your orchid has a constant source of water. Now, one of the more important things, and this one was the Fuller Sunset, so I'll put his tag back in here, and later I'll write the date on it. Nope. And then this one was our Ox Happy Girl. So I'll put her tag back in there. And then a little bit earlier, I had mixed up a batch of fertilizer because the pellets themselves don't provide any kind of nutrients whatsoever to the plant because they don't break down. And so what we want to do is make sure that we add a little bit of fertilizer probably every week. And it's fertilizer, it's got some micronutrients. I put a little bit of some root accelerant in here to get the roots to grow a little more quickly. And so I'm just gonna pour a little bit in here. It doesn't need very much. And again, any extra is just gonna flow on out. And so I'll give it a little bit more. Again, I'll kind of pour it right on the plant there. So hopefully that'll get him moving forward. And then same thing with our Ox Happy Girl here. I'm going to give it a little bit of fertilizer. And then like I said, I'll probably do this every week or so. And there we go. So these two orchids have now been converted to grow hydroponically. And that's today's lesson. Thanks for watching.